You already know what it is. It's your whole girl out of town. I'm in the building hanging out with Retro and it never.
Oh, they looking. They watching. They watching. They ain't like the photo, but they watching. They didn't comment on the post, but they watching. They ain't text you about it, but they watching. They watching and they mad. They big mad. Vision.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Retro with you on tonight. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. We want to say what's up to everybody, including Lottie Dottie. We want to talk about a topic that is no strange topic. I think everybody at some point or another has addressed this particular topic. However, this is one that a viewer, one of our YouTube viewers, reached out to me and said, "Hey, Retro man, I'd like to get your take on forgiving." And so we want you guys to help us out on tonight. Let me see. I haven't put the telephone number up here in a while. Let me see if I can go ahead and get that scrolling real quick here. I haven't had the telephone number up in so long I don't even remember. I think it's 980. I don't know. Let me see. When you come on in the room, just say what's up. Say something in the comment section. Let us know where you're watching from and what your name is. We don't plan to be too long tonight, but it is Thursday, and on Thursdays we usually try to address stuff from a motorcycle ministry perspective, okay? And we want to say good night to everybody who's watching from the Kingdom Alignment Motorcycle Ministry page on Facebook. If you have not already gone over and joined that group, please do so. Kingdom Alignment Motorcycle Ministry right here on Facebook. And we've got a couple things coming up. The beginning of the year will be here quick as you can say abracadabra. I mean, it'll be here quicker than you can shake a stick at it. And we do our annual ride every year. It's called the Genesis Ride, and so we'll be doing that again this year. So if you're in the North Carolina area and you would like to get with us on that ride, please reach out to us, and we will certainly give you all the information and stuff concerning that. We will have the flyer coming soon, so just keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. If you would like to be a part of the show on tonight, you can simply copy and paste or write that link down there and just go to BeMyGuest.tv/128FF53D3, and you can share your perspective, insight, wisdom, experience, or whatever it may be with forgiveness. Okay, so without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Forgiveness is something that is necessary. The Bible speaks about forgiveness and many different areas of the Bible. One in particular that is one of my favorites, I guess. Think I may have lost you guys. Look like we're running into some technical difficulties here on tonight, but we'll just do our best to work through it. How about that? Yeah, we'll just do our best to work through it. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. Okay, all right, so I guess we're back now. Good deal. Okay, I do apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. Out of my control, not really sure what's the deal with that, but anyway, the Bible talks about forgiveness, right? Now, one thing we've got to understand about forgiveness, you have to be careful how you withhold it. In other words, you have to be careful how you refuse to forgive somebody else, because what happens when the tables are turned? What happens when it's your turn or your time to be in need of forgiveness? Okay, so we and I, I always keep that in mind, and I want to give the same mercy. I want to give the same grace that I may want myself. Okay. And so again, as you do unto others, Jesus said, you have done it unto me. As a matter of fact, he said, as you do unto the least, you've done it unto me. And so we have to be very careful. My mother used to tell me this years ago, careful to entertain strangers, because in doing so, many have entertained angels of God unaware. And so I know this is your loved one. I know this is your brother, your sister, your neighbor, your coworker, your whoever it is. But what would Jesus do? How would you handle that situation if you were dealing with Jesus? I think that's a pretty good question. Let me say this. Sometimes we want to put a number on the amount or the number of offenses that our brother or sister has done to us. Okay. And we want to be very careful with that as well. Okay. The Bible says you've got, I think it's at 70 times 7, in other words, just keep on forgiving. Don't keep track. Now, we do owe it to ourselves not to be foolish to one's habits or issues or whatever it may be. And what I mean by that is I'm not one that necessarily jumps on the bandwagon with the forgive and forget. Yeah, let me. I'm not necessarily one to jump on the bandwagon, forgive and forget. Okay, and let me tell you why. The reason why is because I can forgive you, right, and I won't hold it against you. But at the same time, I've got to be careful with you. You can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears. And I was having a conversation very recently, and I simply said what I always say: when people show you their true colors, believe them. Okay, believe them. And so I'm one that happens to subscribe to the ideology that I can forgive you, but that doesn't mean I forgot what you did to me. Now, I'm not talking about remembering it and rehearsing it in such a way till I'm constantly, holding it over your head. That's not what I'm talking about. But I use this and I'll move on. If you stole $100 from me, right, I'll forgive you. You was down and out on your luck. You asked for forgiveness, whether or not you paid it back or not. But nevertheless, you asked for forgiveness and I forgave you. Right. But I'm not going to forget. It's Friday. I just got paid. Well, actually, today's Thursday. Right. What is today? Yeah, today's Thursday. Right. But I just got paid and you coming over. You think I'm going to leave my wallet on the dresser? Nah, bro. I mean, I forgive you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be back at the crib. But I remember what you did last time. So I'm going to help you out, and I'm not going to leave any opportunities out there to tempt you, And so, I don't necessarily believe in forgetting, because some stuff you can't forget. Some stuff you cannot forget, which is why we must be careful. See, sometimes we take the route where, if I act for forgiveness, they got to forgive me. Yeah, that may be true to an extent. They may have to forgive you, and they may forgive you. But we got to realize there will always be consequences to actions taken. Whether good or bad, there will be consequences. And sometimes, man, we can't afford the consequences. Forgiveness, yeah, you'll be forgiven, but sometimes the initial action sets in course. My goodness, consequences that, my God. Bishop Shaw used to always use the analogy of one plucking a chicken and throwing the feathers to the wind. And you can go and try to regain all those feathers. You're never going to get them all. You'll never get them all. And so even though there has been a transgression and then reconciliation, which means, you guys have been you've forgiven each other, or whoever needed to do the forgiving did the forgiving, and you are allowed back into the fold. But I mean, the reality is, in many cases, it's never like it once was. It's never like it once was. Okay, so here's another thing I want to talk about, because when the caller reached out, the viewer was fairly specific as it relates to having to forgive someone that's very close to you, that's very near and dear, you know. And so what happens is if it's somebody that you barely know and they do something, you know, and they ask for forgiveness, you know, sometimes it's easier to forgive them because, you know, I didn't really know them, and for them to do what they did, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I didn't, you know, but when it's somebody that's close to you, sometimes it's a little bit more difficult because, and the reason why it's more difficult is because you had higher expectation for that individual, you know. And people be like, you know, why are you tripping, you know? It's because you held them so high, you know. And I'm not talking about in a negative way, in terms of you going overboard, but you know, you gave them so much props and so much respect, man, you know. And that's, my goodness, man, that's a difficult one, man. David said if it would have been an enemy, I could have handled that. I would have known how to deal with it. He said, but it was a man, mine own equal. We had counsel together. We slept together. We was homies, you know. And so when it comes from that area, sometimes it's difficult because, like I said, man, you held them so high, you know. You respected them, you gave them, you know. And I know for me, and let's see here, let me see, make sure I'm not missing any of you guys here tonight. Put my comments up. Oh, okay. Terrell, what's going on? See, I was missing you guys, man. Terrell Smith is in the building. He says, true statement. We got Valerios in the building as well. He says, howdy, Retro. Can you type? Okay. Let's put that back on the screen. Come on, computer. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. All right, let's get this together here. All right, I may be having some computer issues here. I've got that death scroll, death roll, or whatever going on here. That death wheel going on here. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. I think. Whoa! What is all of that? Okay, we don't want that. All right, guys. Let's see here. Let's see here. Valerios is wanting to come on. And if anyone else is interested in coming on, we can make that happen as well. I'm trying to find my link so I can put it on the screen. Where you at? There you go, right there. Bada boom, bada bang. Don't hide from me. Work with me. Don't hide from me. Work with me. Okay, there we go, right there. So it's real simple, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to come and be on, be a guest, all you have to do is just go copy this down and put it in your browser. And it's come on now, where you at? All right, you can actually type BeMyGuest.tv/128FF53D3. I believe you don't even have to put the HTTPS colon //. I believe if you just go ahead and put it in that way, it will bring you on in. You'll have to give your computer the or give it, you know, permission to use your camera so it can bring your camera on as well. And let's go ahead and turn this on real quick. When I tell you I've been really making an effort to get things up to par for you guys so that we can have these conversations and things, and we'll continue to do so. Practice makes perfect, and sometimes you have to just be persistent and consistent in spite of the hurdles or any obstacles that may present themselves. And so that's what we're doing on this evening. And so we do appreciate your patience. Again, I've got this on the screen. I think Valerios is going to try to get on here with us. It'd be great to see him on tonight and to hear his perspective as he shares his take on this. Let's do this here real quick. So anyway, as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes it can be very difficult, and even I'll go a step further and say it can even be hurtful, because you had higher expectation for the individual, and in spite of that, they still. And so, therefore, it can be a lot easier to forgive someone who you didn't have much expectation for. Let's see here. And so let's go ahead and get him on the screen. Let's see here. Bada boom, bada bang. Y'all bear with me now because we are trying to work.